Hey brats, part of the gaming streaming experience, as most of you probably know who do it, is lighting. Lighting is crazy more important than I would have expected, and I'm still trying to figure out my lighting game. So hopefully today we're gonna up that a little bit with this iMartine LED selfie ring light for live streaming. Apparently it's for glamour shots because that's what you're supposed to look like with it. But hopefully, I have huge softbox lights that you've probably seen. In case you haven't. Those are typically aimed at my gaming zone to keep the green screens all well lit, shadow free. When I sit at the desk, I've had a single ring light. It hasn't been doing the job. So we're upgrading to a double. Hopefully someone's gonna be a little better. This usually runs you 80 bucks on Amazon, so it's not crazy cheap, but with two, hopefully it's gonna give us the good light output that we need. So let's check this thing out. Okay, folks and crap, we don't probably need any of that, hopefully. Let's set this thing up real quick. I will tell you, right now, this has a much heavier and denser stand than the one I'm used to using. One thing I don't love about it, though, is the fact that... Am I crazy here? Is this not? It doesn't have rubber feet. It doesn't have rubber feet on it to help hold it in place. They're just plastic ones, so it'll stay there, but I mean, a cat could move this around pretty easily if they tried, so. Trying to figure out if there's a third rod. It feels like there should be 3 extending rods, but there's only 2. Aha, there's the other one. I'm seriously gonna get a bigger unboxing table, I am realizing right now. The stuff we started unboxing is getting a lot bigger. Okay, so there was a pole hidden down inside of this one. So now with that pole in place, we can actually hook this. And realistically, this thing would end up tall enough that if you were doing freestanding recording, you could have enough light stand right in front of it and you would be fine. So that's probably the idea they're going for here. It's definitely way taller and way heavier than my old one. That would be max height right there. So definitely very tall. And then this thing is supposed to go on here. It's supposed to go on there, but it really barely goes on. So then this is ideally so that you can be using your phone. You could hook your phone in here and have it like selfie style and work this. I won't be using this with a phone, but that is an option. This thing is way bigger than I expected. Now before I do final setup, I will end up probably zip tying all these wires together, keeping this thing really clean. But for the sake of time and setting this up, I'm just going to go ahead and get this together with wires, test it out, and let you see what it's like. The stand, it's not super strong, but it's definitely sturdy enough that if you weren't going to be smacking it around, it would be fine for you. It does not come with one of these, which I don't like. I hate it when things rely on USB and don't give you these. I guess they assume by now we have enough of them, but no, I prefer you give me that. So I will give it one negative point for that. And I'm glad it comes with the USB splitter, because if they expect you to take up 2 of your USB ports with this, I would not be happy. 2 different remotes. I see why they did that, and I feel like a lot of people probably like that. I find that annoying, but I think other people, I mean, I just want one to click these things on and go, but other people probably want to be able to control each one or change the whatever. I don't love it, but that is a good feature still, so I'm not going to hold that against them. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch from the box lights you're seeing. Those are professional photography style box lights, so I would expect them to still be a lot better than this, but this will be much closer lighting, so we're going to see what it looks like. So turn those off. And you're gonna see just how dark the dungeon gets. Turn on one, whew, and the other. Ah, interesting. Am I drawing too much power? So I'm wondering if it's because I'm using the splitter, so I'm gonna test that and get a second thing, but one thing that happens here, when I turn on the other one, both of them dim. So you can have one on super bright, or you can have them both on pretty bright. And you can turn them each down. You can turn them each up. But yeah, if you turn one on, if you turn both on, it definitely dims down the other one. So let's try getting a separate USB plug and find out if that's why that's happening. Okay, so one, I'm going to declare the splitter they send you not good. If you want maximum light out of these, they need to be plugged into two separate outlets. If you run the splitter, when you try on the second one, your first one is going to dim. So if you want maximum lighting like I'm getting right now, no splitter. You're going to have to use two separate USB outlets to get this thing to work. Now, these are fully adjustable. I can get them close, far. One thing about ring lights that some people like and care about, I don't care about, so that's not for me. But some people like that they put make a ring inside your eye. And now with two of them, that might look weird. So that's something to consider. If you're using them for that fact, maybe you only want one big, really bright one. But for me, I like that I'm gonna be able to get two separate lights out of this. And it's decently bright. I'm actually surprised. It's a lot brighter than my old one. And let me see if maybe I can get my old one over here and just give you a quick test. So that's my old single one at full brightness. And that's the two new ones at full brightness. And again, that full brightness, I know I'm literally way too close to the GoPro here. Or this new brightness, these new ones, still two separate USB plugs. Like I said, you can't use the included splitter or you're gonna lose that. So let's check out the modes here. Standard, it can switch to a more yellowish light. Less, and then the regular blue light that it usually starts with. So a couple different modes. It's going to change. You could use one on a different one or one of the lower brightness. Most likely you're not going to do that. That's why, again, I would prefer one remote that controls both, but I see that people are going to want the customizability of this. So this will be my new desktop light. We'll have two of them basically, probably out to full sides to give the most light on my face when I'm close to the camera just talking. $80 is not cheap for this. Is it worth $80? Well, my last one was $60 and it was one single light, not nearly as bright. So I would say this is worth it in comparison to that. If there are other light brands you know about there, you've gotten the test and you think are better for lower money, definitely tell me about it because I'd love to know. I would say this is worth its price, but it's not cheap for those of you out there. It is cool though that I can set my GoPro up to stay inside of this. I like that. So now you should see videos with even better lighting, hopefully, at least when we're there. So now if we have those plus soft boxes, now we got max light. Look at that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, Brads. Let me know what you think. Ring lighting, no ring lighting. Do you prefer it? Do you like it at all? Do you care about it? I think only people who stream and do all that stuff probably care about it all. I didn't think lighting was going to be such a thing. Lighting and audio, there's so much more to all this than I ever imagined. And it can all be very finicky. So let me know what you think. I will see you in another reality. I want to say the biggest thank you ever to our now 4 patrons: K27, Rocket Sauce 28, Fred Nepetebo, Ege Karatash. Thank you so much for making my dreams come true.